All right, so we're here at the peak of Mount Scott in Crater Lake, and it's a nice day. It's been, I don't know, it's been about 3 weeks, I think, since you left Alaska.
Yeah, it was a nice little trip. Went from Fairbanks to Boston, said hi to my parents, then went to Greece, down to like kind of the southern coast, to a city called Kalmata, and just hung out with my girlfriend for a week, which was really fun. Did some cliff jumping, some boating, and then flew back to Cape Cod to celebrate my best friend in high school's bachelor party, right on the edge of the Cape, which was super cool. And then flew back to Alaska to meet up with Justin.
Or to Seattle.
Oh yeah, to Seattle.
So yeah, I actually, when you left, my friend Nick flew in a couple days later. So I picked him up in Fairbanks, and we spent the week together, did the ice cave in Wrangell St. Elias. We got to do another glacier, so we took the train into Spencer Glacier. Yeah, nice couple days at Spencer Glacier, which is beautiful. There's the cabin somewhere up there. We did probably 20 miles over the last couple days by the time we get back to the train.
Oh, yep.
Just gorgeous views.
3 miles up to the cabin.
Yeah.
1,800.
Yeah.
Lots of raspberries on the way.
Yeah, so many raspberries. I don't know if you can see that. Very excited. Very excited about free raspberries. Anyways, weather couldn't have been better.
Justin is excited about free
I'm
raspberries.
very excited.
I'm kind of along for the ride.
Yeah, so anyways, I'll give you another shot of the view. All right, get down to the train. We also got to see the boar tide. The boar tide is, I guess, when the tide in the bay gets so low that the ocean actually sends a wave up the bay. And they're like big enough to surf. And then sure enough, like, it just, we saw it. It's this like 4 or 5 foot wave just rolling up the bay. And there was a guy surfing on it. So that was really neat. And then he flew out, and Angela came to visit, and she and I went back to the ice cave because I think that was like top 2 of our list.
Definitely.
In Alaska. The other one being that air tour of Glacier Bay.
And Denali.
Denali was really sick. Yeah. That's cool. Top 3 for sure. And then Angela and I, we underestimated just how long the drive would be. We drove back to Seattle. I think we put 3,000 miles on the truck in 3 days.
Oof.
We did get to see like the Northern Lights.
That sounded sick. I was jealous about that.
Yeah, and it was like the one night we could have seen them. We were in the Yukon Territory, just east of Whitehorse. It's like midnight to 2 in the morning. They were pretty active. They change a lot, which I was like really surprised by, and it was definitely a sight, like a once in a lifetime thing for a lot of people, and so I'm super grateful. But we made it to Seattle. We had planned to do a bunch of hikes, and we were just dead, so we kind of hung out on the Olympic Peninsula a little bit, and then I dropped her off at the airport, rolled back to your place, picked you up a couple days later. Yeah, and your house that you bought, your brother's living in, and it turns out is like a mile and a half from the like red light district in Seattle.
I've never really seen like a prostitute on the street before.
Like an obvious prostitute.
Yeah, I mean, I'm sure like I've been walking around and there's been a prostitute and I've just like missed it, but like this was like very clear, and like the sheer numbers, like even on like a Tuesday afternoon, were like
it was like
very high. Like it was like, what is
3 p.m. in the Lowe's parking lot.
I know, and there's like 7
they're just hanging
hookers,
out,
just chilling. It was crazy town.
That was hilarious. Definitely a highlight of the Seattle portion of the trip. But yeah, and so then we got to hang out with your brother and Johanna. All right, so I guess changing the oil accidentally drained the trans fluid, which turned into changing the trans fluid, which turned into accidentally spilling a quart of ATF under the vehicle. which turned into using not new cat litter,
Dude, you gotta do what you gotta fucking do, alright?
not new cat litter to clean up the spill. Proud moment.
You gotta get after it sometimes. Yeah, went to Leavenworth, did a little bit of climbing, then chilled in kind of the river near there, just kind of floated up and down a small section and just chatted for a bit. And then,
This morning we were in Smith Rock.
yeah, did some climbing there.
That was pretty sick.
Yeah, did some, like, there's a classic 5'8", 5'9" that usually has a ton of people, but it was the heat of the summer. It got like, gets real hot real quick.
Yeah, 6 a.m. Monday morning. not
Yeah,
too bad.
we showed up at 6 a.m., 5 a.m. wake up. Just, you know, got to put some clips on the wall, which was really nice. And then, yeah, made it down to Crater Lake.
We were like, oh, let's just check it out, see what's going on. And then, typical fashion,
Yeah,
we were like, hey, wait a minute. What's the tallest peak?
yeah, let's just go send it
Let's
real
just
quick.
go bag that.
After we did a mile hike already earlier today, 500 feet of elevation. So
Yeah, I've got
Yeah.
my ankle wrapped for safety.
So we've got yeah, a nice little day. Tomorrow we'll finish up all the hikes we haven't done and then maybe go to Great Basin in Nevada. And then after that, of course, good old Salt Lake, just to say hi to some friends.
Yeah, sweet.
But yeah, looking forward for the next trip. And before you know it, we're going to be in San Diego, in Baja, in Mexico, and we'll have all sorts of stories. So until next time.